it's Kristen from Anime Collective. It's that time again for my monthly manga haul, so here is everything I picked up in the month of September. I got a lot of manga in from Right Stuf this month. Most of these are series I'm working to complete, but I also got on some new ones as well. First up, I got Hell's Paradise Volume 10, which is a series I love and I'm continuing to pick up as it releases. I also picked up the second volume of Fists of the North Star. I just recently reviewed the first volume on the channel, and it's one I enjoyed a lot. It has everything I look for in a manga, and I love its over-the-topness in regards to the violence and action, so it's one I'm looking forward to getting into more. Another one I've been keeping up with is Berserk: A Gluttony, so I got Volume 3 from Right Stuf. It can be somewhat predictable at times, but I still find it to be an enjoyable read, and I really like the concept. One Punch Man has some of the most incredible art I've ever seen in a manga, and it's one of my favorites. I've kept up with it in the Shonen Jump app, but I want to experience it firsthand. There's just something more satisfying to me to read a manga physically, so I've been picking up all the volumes whenever I see them for good prices. I think a lot of these were actually back-ordered and they finally just arrived, but I got Volume 6, 13, 15, 16, 20, and 22 from Right Stuf. Another one I'm keeping up with as it releases is Tsutomu Nihei's Opposums. Tsutomu Nihei is actually one of my favorite mangaka, and I recently did a video about Blom, so if you'd like to check that out, definitely do, but I do have plans to review all of his series for you guys, including Opposums once it's finished. Vagabond is another series I've been working to complete. I found a run of volumes at half price in my last haul, so I'm picking up the rest I don't have as I see them on sale. But I got volumes 8 through 10 of Vagabond this month. I also got a ton of volumes of D.Gray-Man in from Right Stuf. This is one I'm working to complete, but a lot of the volumes are still on back order, so I'm currently waiting for those. But I was able to pick up volumes 2, 3, 8, 10, 11, 13, 15, 19, 20, 21, and 24 through 27 on Right Stuf. I picked up some volumes at half price last month too, so I've completed a lot of the series, but it's one I've already started reading and it's really fresh for a shonen title. It's probably going to end up becoming a favorite of mine. I just have a feeling because it's just exceptional all around so far, from the art to the story to the characters and the world. It's one I'm really captivated by as well. I highly recommend it so far, and I can't wait to do a video on this one when I'm caught up on the volumes that have been released so far. Also, if you have the Shonen Jump app, it's on there too if you want to give it a shot. Ajin Volume 6 arrived from Right Stuf. I'm picking up these volumes over time as I place orders on Right Stuf. MHA 29 also come in. I love this cover, and this arc is one of my favorites so far, so I'm really excited to read more. Also too, I have to say, if you're someone who was watching the anime of My Hero but has yet to delve into the manga, I highly recommend you read the manga, especially with the most recent arc, the My Villain Academia arc, and they're going into the villains' backstories. I've noticed they've censored some things already, so if you're wanting to see the uncensored versions, definitely check out the manga. Dead Dead Demons Day 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 Destructions Volume 10 also came in from Right Stuf. I had recently finished reading Volume 9, so I was really anxious to get this one in because that one left me wanting more. I already read this volume, and this one is shaping up to be in my top 5 manga of all time. The list is ever changing, aside from Berserk, which always remains at number 1, but this one is simply incredible, and I highly recommend checking it out. But anywho, I have a more in-depth video about why I love this one so much coming in the future. This next one I was really excited about because I didn't know if I would ever be able to get them, but Right Stuf restocked some of the I Am a Hero omnibuses, actually all of the ones I was missing out on, volumes 6 through 9. I've enjoyed the omnibuses I've read so far, so I'm excited to finally get into more and finish reading this one. I've been meaning to catch up on Fire Force, and I finally did with volumes 21 through 23. I love the design of these volumes, but this cover with Shinra is now my favorite. I also got into collecting some new series. One I picked up this month is Jack Frost, which is a manhwa I've been meaning to get into for quite some time. Some of the volumes are harder to find, but I was able to get volumes 1 through 5, 7, and 9 on Right Stuf. The art looks incredible, and this one has elements of both horror and comedy in it, which I enjoy, so it seemed like one I'll really be into. Another new series I'm getting into is one that has been recommended to me multiple times, Witch Hat Atelier, and I hope I'm saying that right. So thank you to all who mentioned this one. First impressions of this one is that the art is beautiful, incredibly detailed, and it has a rich world. I love stories with magical worlds, and after reading the first volume, I decided to pick up the other volumes on Right Stuf, so I'll have those in a future haul. Drifters is one that's out of print that I'm working to complete. I got into collecting this one late, so I picked up all the volumes that I could. Got some in my last haul and got volume 4 in this month from Right Stuf. Barnes & Noble released an exclusive volume of Steins Gate Zero's first volume this month, so I picked that up in store. Steins Gate is my favorite anime of all time, with a very close second being Hunter x Hunter, but I'm looking forward to reading the manga. I also have the Barnes & Noble exclusive Steins Gate, the complete manga hardcover, arriving next month, and I'll be doing a complete review of that one for you guys on the channel when it arrives. Also from Barnes & Noble, Vagabond Volume 7 finally arrived. This is one of the most exciting volumes I got in this month because I pre-ordered this months ago and was wondering if it would ever ship out. But I'm happy to finally have the final volume in hand that I needed to complete Vagabond. That is, the volumes that have been released so far since this one's on hiatus. But if you're in search of this one, I think Amazon and Barnes & Noble both have it in stock at the time of this video. And finally, from Right Stuf, I decided to finally get the Death Note box set. I already read Death Note on the Shonen Jump app a long time ago, but I wanted to reread it again physically since it's one of my favorite manga. They had it on sale, so I decided to just finally get it because I want to have all of Sugumi Oba and Takeshi Obata's manga in the collection. Although I will say if you are looking to buy it, the sale price only made it $3 cheaper on Right Stuf than Amazon's price because they excluded it from free shipping. This one also comes with a little pamphlet book that outlines all the rules of using the Death Note, as well as a how-to-read Death Note book which includes interviews with the creators, commentary, and more. The individual volumes are cheaper when bought this way too, so I decided to go with the box set. I only picked up 3 volumes on Amazon this month, and the first is a manga by Inio Asano called Solanin. I'm buying up all of his manga because I really enjoy the worlds and characters he creates. I didn't think I was a fan of manga that leaned heavily into slice of life and drama, but Inio Asano is changing my mind, and now I'm looking into getting more series within these genres. Second, I got the 8th deluxe edition of Berserk. You guys probably know by now that Berserk is my favorite manga, so I'm of course picking these up as they release. I really love the fact that this one included some full color fold-out illustrations in the beginning. Those were an awesome addition. I also got Volume 6 of Pluto on Amazon. Glad I got that order in because I think that went back out of stock again, but I think you can get it on Barnes & Noble if you're in search of this volume right now. And finally, this isn't a manga, but I got something else on Amazon as well that I thought was really cool. It's the Berserk Written in Darkness book, which gives an in-depth analysis and look into the world of Berserk. It really delves into the topics and themes of Berserk, which I'm intrigued by, and I'm always looking to learn more about it even after reading the series, especially since it talks about inspirations and historical references. If you're a huge fan of Berserk like I am, this is a book you should definitely check out. I also had a couple of really good manga hauls at half price this month. First up, I picked up a run of volumes 3 through 10 of Kakaishi at half price books. I recently got into D.Gray-Man and Siren, which are quite underrated as well in comparison to other shonen like Naruto and Bleach, but I've enjoyed both of those, and since I've seen Kakaishi on underrated shonen lists as well, I was planning on picking it up. But I stumbled upon it at half price, and a lot of volumes were sitting on the shelf for cheap prices, so I decided to finally get them. This one is about demon hunters, and the methods they use to fight the demons is really interesting, so it sounded like one I'd be into. Alright, so this next one is kind of left field for me. I don't know what possessed me to buy The Prince of Tennis, but I did after seeing the covers and reading the synopsis. I've really been into sports manga lately with Blue Lock, Slam Dunk, Real, and Aoashi being some of my favorites, but I've seen this one's name popping up a lot. Do I play tennis? No, I don't. I don't even know that much about tennis aside from playing for fun as a kid sometimes, but I've found a lot of the times with sports manga, you can still enjoy them even if you aren't personally connected to the sport they're about. Not to mention, I kind of wanted to get into one where I'm not that familiar with the sport just because it offers a new experience for me. But anywho, I got volumes 1 through 3 and 11 through 22 at half price, just one of those cases where I saw a manga sitting on the shelf and there was a large run of them that I could pick up. Plus, I had a feeling that I wanted to read it and I couldn't walk away without buying them, which is a strong indicator that there was something about the series that I just couldn't pass up. The next volume gave me a jolt of excitement when I found it on the shelf at half price. It's Planets Volume 1. I know there are omnibuses of Planets out right now, but man, I saw the first volume from Tokyopop on the shelf in pristine condition for cheap, which hardly if ever happens, and I had to get it. I love Makoto Yukimura's Vinland Saga, so I wanted to read Planets as well, especially since it's sci-fi and is set in space. I tend to really enjoy these types of stories, whether it be Gundam or Knights of Sidonia, but Planets is one I've heard incredible things about, and I've yet to delve into it, and I can't wait to finally do so. Another volume I discovered at half price was Volume 2 of Inio Asano's What a Wonderful World. Inio Asano is one of those mangaka that'll buy anything he creates, and finally I caught up on reading Dead Dead Demons Dead Dead Destruction, but he's an incredible artist and storyteller, and I absolutely love his characters. Another manga I picked up at half price simply because I love the mangaka is Hiding Closer by Hiro Aso, who you may also know from Alice in Borderland and Zom 100. Plus, it has a teddy bear that fights with chainsaws in it, so that got me too. Luckily, I saw the spine with Hiro Aso's name on it, and I was able to discover volumes 1 and 2 of the series on the shelf. The Way of the House Husband is one I've been meaning to buy because it makes me laugh consistently and I love the artwork. My local half price had volume 4, so I picked it up, but I have plans to get the rest either as I see them at half price or if they go on sale soon on Right Stuf. Another exciting half-price find was Volume 1 of Neon Genesis Evangelion Angelic Days that's based on an Evangelion video game. Neon Genesis Evangelion's manga is up there for me in the top tier, so I've been working on getting all the other manga offshoots or alternate stories of the series. I heard this one is a more lighthearted read, which is unique for Evangelion, so I'm interested to see how this one differs. Also, guys, I have the statue of the AV Unit 1 from Prime 1 Studio arriving in the next month or so stay tuned for that unboxing. I also found volumes 1 through 5 of Land of the Lustrous at half price. This is one I've had on my list to read because I've heard great things about the series and it seems like a really unique read. A world inhabited by crystalline lifeforms sounded really captivating to me, and I peeked inside and the art style looked really cool as well. I already have plans to get this one, so picking this one up was an easy decision. So I thought I was picking up Eternal Sabbath volumes 1 through 3 and 7 for really cheap prices, which most of them were. I think 1 through 3 were like $3.98 to $4.99, so those were extremely well priced. I don't know how I missed this, but volume 7 was actually $30. I normally check all of them because they'll sneak in random expensive volumes in there at half price, but I was carrying around a huge stack of manga and I guess it just slipped by me. Not sure if I spent too much on that volume because I couldn't find a single volume 7 for sale on eBay and it's out of print, but nonetheless, I'm really happy to have found these at half price. I've never seen them on the shelf before and it's one I've been wanting to read since it has psychological themes and has a main character that can invade people's minds, but I'll let you guys know what I think of Eternal Sabbath when I'm done reading it. And finally, from Half Price Books, I picked up volumes 2 and 4 of Alice in Murderland. I love these Battle Royale type stories, whether it be Battle Royale or survival stories like Dead Man Wonderland or Alice in Borderland, so I always pick up new ones when I discover them. And there you have it, guys. That's all of the manga I picked up in the month of September. I should have a pretty big haul coming next month too because of Right Stuf's Kodansha and Vertical sale they just had last week. These sales keep getting me, but anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and also let me know what manga you guys picked up this month in the comments. Thanks as always for watching and I'll see you guys next week.